checking out this F250 steering assist control valve drag link setup on the F100s, F250s, 1974 to 1976. More like 1973, 74 for the Garrison. Assist. This control valve was incorporated into the drag link. It looks like there's two different versions. Shorter drag link for shorter ends, and this longer version, the longer drag link ends. These two. So I bought two separate purchases. These long ones came with this guy. These short ones came attached to this guy. So for a 1966 G10 van, my sport van, 64 through 66, at least my first gen. This is the drag link for it, right here in the middle. And this arm is attached to my control box, the Pitman arm, my steering box, I mean. So this goes right to where the bushing is, the cover is, right to where the threads end. This one, on the other hand, when I put the cover, it also covers, but there's space between the threads, before it gets stuck on there. So I can use some sort of spacer, shims, and then use the nut that goes with them. So I don't really have to customize anything, because I could use this long arm. It'll go into this control valve, and then I could use the short arm to make it. This is the size of the van drag link. Spacers there, and if I have to do the same thing on the steering arm, I'll do that. But I originally bought some Rock Auto parts. And some new tie rod connecting sleeves, and they are not the correct thickness of the shank, or whatever you call this stud. These are pretty close, the 250 one and this one. Skinny on the top, and it goes down about the same size it did on this one. That's it for now.
Power steering control valves came with a male and a female tie rod end. I ended up using something custom, as you'll see later on, but let's check out the RAM for this system.
An F250 4x4 power assist, steering assist, linkage assist. I'm gonna have it rebuilt by Rock Auto. I'm gonna ship it right now. They're gonna rebuild it, bring it back. Let's see if it's the same one when it comes back. This is says 41022-818 are the numbers here, and there's like a little stamp there that I can't quite make out, but I might make out later on this video when I pause it and zoom on it. Looks clear there, but I just can't read it now. If I cleaned it, there's like an upside down V right there. Right there, upside down, there's a 17. 5325, I believe. Can't really quite make sure. This thing is heavy in one hand. There's a marking here, almost like a diamond. 5325. 17 on top. Looks like another 5 on top. There's a nipple there for grease, a fitting. This guy, if I pull it up, hold it with one hand, it's pretty good on there, so it might actually reserve some good hydraulic pressure. It might even be good already. Maybe I should use it like that, huh? All right, that's how it is. Two hoses go here. It gets secured there, and it goes back over to the steering control valve. Alrighty, we'll see it when it comes back.
All right, guys, my power cylinder came in. So let's see. It's from Rock Auto, rebuilt. I sent in my original one. It was a send in and rebuilt service. So what I did was I checked out all the part numbers when I sent it in and took a picture, video of it. And now I'm gonna compare. It has the same numbers for 1022 here and 818 on top, with this circle here that I couldn't make out at first when I first sent it in, but it's actually Garrison. So there's two types. There's Bendix and there's Garrison. So it's the same type, but right here, this one has T620, which the one I sent in did not have these numbers, the T620. All right, so either they added it, I don't know why they would, because they have this, or they just gave me another one that came in, or they had there. There's not the exact same one I sent in, but it has the same numbers. It even has the matching numbers here, which is 5325 with a 17 on top. So it's a Garrison and the same model numbers, except for that extra number there. I don't know what it stands for. But this part is rough, which I didn't notice before. But this is where the bushings go. And then once you pull up the rod, it's actually smooth, shiny. So it has good pressure. It's hard to pull up. So that's a good sign. And then the tie rod end is hard too. I can't move it. So that's good pressure there. It's nice and tight. That's how it's supposed to be. So it's nice to have a new rebuilt unit, Rock Auto. So same type, but it's not my exact same one. If they didn't add this, they gave me another one, not my part that I sent in. But still, same part. I'm happy so far. Here's a picture of the rebuilt control valve. I used Rock Auto as the company to rebuild this as well as the RAM. And of course they use Lars as their company to rebuild the units. I mix matched the small tie rod end and the long tie rod end. This long piece is a male and that small one is a female. So most likely this long piece came from a 4x4 system. Once again, they came in F100s, F250s, 74 through 76. So Ford highboys are the ones that have the 4x4 systems.
Correction
Here's
again, 73, 74 Garrison.
A used unit right there with the brass pieces on top. So if you're gonna use the factory hoses, if you're gonna order them, just switch those brass pieces over. But I went to a hydraulic shop and had some custom hoses made, and they sold me some end pieces. I do show
the male and the female side where the clamps, there's clamps used on both sides. They're tack welded to the tie rod ends. I did not end up using these tie rod ends. You move the ball joint, the stud there, and you could easily move it. You need them to be hard, or else your steering is going to be sloppy. So I'm not sure if the tie rod ends can be rebuilt. They probably can. You can probably open up the ball joint area and have it rebuilt. But I wasn't going to do that. And the other one is the pins didn't line up, where you put a pin at the end. Once you tighten it down, you put a pin, and you put the clamp and you put the pin right in the middle. They didn't line up to where I wanted them, so I'd either have to drill the tie rod end to match where I would want the pin. You want that control valve to face up, or at least where the hoses are out of the way. When the wheel's moving, all the steering components are moving, you want those hoses to be safe. So right here, I'm playing with the idea of opening it up and maybe switching that stud to where the pinhole might be more correct for where I want the tie rod ends to end up. So this is a Garrison type power steering control valve. There's two types. There's the Bendix and the Garrison. The Garrison had the two tie rod ends at the end, one male, one female. And the Bendix was a little bit more different. There is a picture at the end that I'm posting up that I show you guys the whole system, and it comes with a Bendix type control valve. I like this one better, so I went looking for one of these, the Garrison type. So go ahead and hit a like and subscribe. That way you can see more of my videos and how I incorporate the drag link and the whole power steering system with the hydro boost and all that. There it is right there, the Bendix. See you guys later.